We're running some Yorion Traverse through. Been really liking this list, and it is my chosen list for an upcoming PPTQ that I have on Sunday. I've played one match in this league already. I actually recorded it, but then thought I'd do a live stream this evening. So I'll be uploading that to YouTube as well. Just one match, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah, it's a cool deck. Made sort of send someone Antoine something on Twitter and on Modo. Has been working on it. I'm really quite liking it. So it's the same kind of shell as the normal 4-color. You got the Teferi's iterations around 6, Omnath, etc. And then you get the Traverse the Elven World to search for a creature. A bit better than well, obviously a lot better than Eladamri's Call. Although it is sorcery, but it is only 1 mana. And then you get the baubles as well to make up for the fewer lands. And then it's not uncommon to cast Emrakul the Promised End on something like turn 5 or 6, not 5 or 6. Turn 7 is you can often cast on turn 7. Nimble Obstructionist is a one of. I talk about that in a little bit in the video that will be uploaded to YouTube another time. But yeah, let's get into it. See how it goes. Hope everyone's doing well today. Please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'm mostly active on YouTube. Most of my leagues go up on there, but there are the occasional live stream on Twitch, and this should be going out on YouTube as well. Should probably check that it is. But yeah, hopefully, let's just check that we're live. So that's good. So yeah, and yeah, let me know in the comments. Not sure how well it'll come through. I'm using a sort of double streaming software, so not sure how quickly chat will come through. But yeah, hopefully it's out on both. Okay, let's have a look. So this hand is interesting. Got a Traverse, we've got an Abundant Growth. We're on the draw though. It's a little bit clunky. It's got a lot of redraws. We're going to be ages turning this Delirium online, and we're also ages away from casting Emrakul. I think I'm going to mulligan this. I think we want some earlier stuff to do. This is okay. It's not. I think we can just about keep this. We'll keep. I think we'll bottom the. I think we've got removal. I think we'll bottom the Solitude here. So turn 1, we're going to fetch a land with Traverse. So I have to be very careful with this list. The lands are a bit awkward. Yeah. So I really didn't want to see a turn 1 Ragavan there because we can't actually fetch untapped white on turn 1, which is something that I may look to change. You can see we've got this Prairie Stream that comes in tapped. So what we're going to do is we'll get Breeding Pool, I think, and we'll just Traverse. I'm going to go and get an island, I think. Yeah, the mana in this has been a bit shaky. I think I'd look to change that up. I think I'm going to look to work on that before my upcoming tournament. Okay, Ledger Shredder's pretty good. We'd like to find white mana, really. Okay, so I can either Traverse for another land, or we can hold up Counterspell. I think I'm just going to hold up Counterspell here. We're pretty much countering whatever my opponent does. I'm hoping they go for an iteration here, and then we top deck a land. Okay, that's good because we can just counter this. Hopefully we'll top deck a land. If we don't, we'll have to try and Traverse for 1. We're also not playing basic planes, so Traverse cannot go and get basic planes. It has been a bit frustrating not being able to do that. But Traverse has been good. One of the big upsides about Traverse over Ella Damri's Call is that it can if it's got Delirium, you can go and get, what's it called? You can go and get Boseiju if you need it in the matchup. So I think we're just going to get rid of this Shredder while my opponent's tapped out. Go grab Sacred Foundry. Get rid of that. And then we could consider traversing here, but don't think well, no, we probably need to not. We could go and get a forest, I suppose, but I think I'd rather traverse for something a bit more impactful. Opponent considering. So this is probably going to be Murktide Regent. Maybe not. Could be. So this coming turn. Okay, looking like a Murktide here. So we'll probably have to try and hit Delirium to search for a Solitude. Okay, so we find a land. So we could cycle the Nimble Obstructionist. That gives us Delirium. Are we likely to hit it from Iteration? 3 mana cycle isn't ideal. No, I think I want to cast Iteration here. We can hit Bauble. Yeah, there we go. That's really good. So we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play the Bauble. Expressive Iteration gets quite a lot better as well with Bauble. See what my opponent's drawing. They're drawing a Ragavan, which is pretty good. So now we're going to go Traverse, 4 card types. I think we have to get the Solitude. Otherwise, we're just going to take too much damage. Opponent does have Ragavan coming in. Okay, pass the turn. So that was okay. We'd really like to draw. Yeah, we would have really liked to draw a Unholy Heat for this, but alas, not to be. Traverse for the opponent. That would have been a nice draw for us as well. Opponent could traverse. In fact, I expect them to, especially if they haven't got a land. They can just go and get a basic island here for pretty much free. Yeah. Unsurprising. So yeah, they get the island. We're going to go and get a Triome here. Then we'll go Iteration, I think, and then we can hold up the Obstructionist. Obstructionist not at its best in this matchup. So we need red and white. I think we can just get Ralgr in here. Okay, to Fairy, let's go Iteration, I think. Okay, so we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play the land. I think we'll pass the turn. And then we're going to try and... I suppose my opponent's quite likely to have some blockers. Could have stifled their fetch land there. Probably stifle the Ragavan trigger, but I think I'd rather try and block. Okay, so that's... Yeah, I think... Well, we could stifle the trigger, but I think we're at quite low life. If our opponent wants to bolt our Nimble Obstructionist, that takes mana, obviously. See... No one expects this card. Counterspell? That makes me think they've got Counterspell. Just kind of being tempoed out here. Wonder if we were meant to stifle the trigger instead. Definitely possible. I think we're just going to get the thing heated here. There's a bolt. Okay, so we get a 6. I guess if my opponent's got another bolt, hopefully they don't hit anything too good. That's a Fury. I'm pretty confident my opponent has a counterspell. Let's start with Abundant Growth. Let's see what we draw. Counterspell. So what if we go... Can we go land to fairy, hold up counterspell? We've got triple blue and white, so we can do that. I think that's probably better here. So go blue, white, green for Teferi. Trouble is we probably have to hold up counterspell for the Ragavan. I guess we could counter here. But I don't think we do. I think we just leave it because we need to kill we need to stop the Ragavan, essentially. Stem the bleeding a little bit. 6 card types, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not far from... Could counter that one. But we know my opponent's got Ragavan in hand. I think I'm just going to counter the Ledger Shredder. It's... You know... The Ragavan's dangerous, but... A random card off the top of our deck is probably less bad than my opponent conniving. Well, Ice Fang's a good one. They can still cast that if they want. And they should. Easy on the mana. Yeah. That's pretty good for them. So we really need... don't know, need something from this Omnath. So opponent's got 2 unknowns in hand. Okay, let's go... Do we get iteration first? Yeah, I think so. Then we can go, yeah. So we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play Omnath. The opponent doesn't have heat. Play a land, gain some life. So we can get basic forest here. We could get prairie stream. We'll get basic forest. Make some mana. Growth here to draw a card. Counterspell is quite nice. I think we want to use this. Although we could just add Yorion to hand. How afraid of this are we? Not that much, maybe. Yeah, I think we'll put Yorion to hand. Pass the turn. So pretty good turn there. We gained some life, drew some cards. So we know that the opponent hasn't got Counterspell or Unholy Heat in hand. Although, do they have Delirium? They've got instant, land, artifact, creature. Yes, they do have Delirium. Okay, unfortunately, the opponent looks to have top-decked Unholy Heat. So taking 3 here down to 4. There's an Unholy Heat. Wouldn't have minded drawing that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we top-deck Emrakul, we do have enough mana to cast it. Verdict. Okay, don't really want to use the Verdict. So I think we're just going to go Yorion. White. I want to hold up double blue here, really. One of the cards in my opponent's hand is Ragavan. We can protect Yorion with this counter spell. Yeah, we definitely need this Yorion to resolve. So this can block. It doesn't block Ice Fang very well. We do get to draw 2 cards. Okay, so we'll put these, one on here. We should probably put one on something that's... Okay, there's some good draws. So, yeah, we can't really block here. Well, we could block. Okay, just a Ragavan in hand for the opponent. So this is pretty good now. So okay, so we lost the Omnath to that, so we can go Eternal Witness, Omnath. Yeah, that seems really good. Okay, Eternal Witness. See, so we've got some comments, both from... got one from Jiag Pop, sorry if I butchered that, on YouTube. So straightforward color elementals versus Delirium. I've really been liking Delirium. It's just you are running fewer lands, so you tend to flood out a little bit less potentially. And Traverse is one of my favorite cards, so maybe a bit biased there. Elementals. I saw a good tweet about elementals, actually, that you're kind of cutting one of the best draw spells printed in recent years in iteration. You cut that for the Risen Reefs. They have been good to me, the Risen Reefs, but I think I'm preferring this at the moment. Okay, so we'll gain some life. So I hope that answered the question. Preferring this at the moment, but elementals, I can definitely see. This might be a bit clunky, especially if people are running a bit more hardcore Grave Hate. But I suppose if people bring in, loads and loads of Grave Hate, it's the kind of incidental stuff that actually gets us, like spell bombs and endurances and stuff. Okay, so that's a dashed Ragavan. Not sure what that implies. Okay, opponent just dashing the Ragavan just because. And there's an Emrakul. Okay, so we'll go... Got 6 card types in the graveyard, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. We could just ending an attack with all. I think we're just going to cast this Emrakul. Yeah. There she is. Big old Emrakul. Yeah, and that's one of the strengths of this one as well. We get to sort of more reliably cast Emrakul a little bit earlier, just because we put so many card types in the graveyard. Okay, so we're against Murktide, so we're going to want all of the counter spells. If both of our spells resolve, we've got more powerful spells, I think. So go for the endurances. We don't really want Soul Guide here. Oh yeah, I do have Twitch. I don't. It's obviously only good for streaming. I don't stream that often, but yeah, when it does, I try and put it out on both. So yeah, thanks for hopping over to Twitch. Trying to do that a little bit more. So I don't think we want the Soul Guides here. It's card disadvantage rather than something like Nihil Spellbomb, which gets rid of the opponent's graveyard and you can draw a card. So I don't think we really want that. So what don't we like? Nimble Obstructionist isn't very good. Dress Down is also not great. Heat is great. Ephemerate is okay. Furies, I kind of like keeping. I always keep one Fury, and it's happened so many times when I've cut it and then, I've cut the Fury and then I've needed to traverse for it. It's just really, really, really awkward. Ephemerate against the heavy removal deck, I can probably see cutting. Verdict's good against, a good catch-up card. Witness was good there. Ending's great. So we've got 3 more cuts to make. I guess Counterspell can be a bit clunky in this matchup. Heat's good. Maybe we trim 1 Counterspell, given that we found these. Maybe we trim the Emrakul. We were far enough ahead in that game that we probably don't need it. Teferi's great. Let's trim a Witness. 1 more cut. Maybe Flusterstorm's not that good. Let's try that. See how it goes. But yeah, really been enjoying this deck. Got a PPTQ on Sunday. Going to be playing this. The other option was the kind of combo version of this with Vivian on the hunt, but I don't feel like I've got enough reps in with that, and I'm really enjoying this list. So this is a good hand. We get. I always say this, but there's a couple of ways you lose this matchup, and it's usually through like an early protected Ragavan or whatever. I do like this Delirium version as well because we get 4 copies of Unholy Heat. Super good against Ragavan. I think this list has moved away from playing Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, so nothing on turn 1. Okay, Endurance, that's pretty good. So do we want to hold up Heat for a dashed Ragavan? Don't think so. I imagine my opponent would have played it. Let's go Forest, Growth. Okay, Prismatic Ending's fine. Probably going to go and get a basic island. Okay, opponent missing lands, which is good for us. Okay, Veil of Summer. So we're not going to want to go and get basic island this turn, so we'll play the Windswept Teeth and pass. Not sure if my opponent missed a land or if they just F6 through the turn by accident. Oh, it looks like they're just not finding lands. I think my opponent probably has Spell Pierce. So I got Forest. Let's just get a Triome. Well, maybe that was a bit silly because we wanted to fetch basic island, really. Let's do this. Well, it's got 7 cards in hand. I think I'll board my opponent, see what they're drawing. Okay, they're drawing Bauble. I think we'll just go iteration, start getting cards out of my opponent's hand, preferably. Wouldn't be surprised to see this get spell pierced. Maybe I'm not meant to play this into the spell pierce. Maybe I'm not meant to do that. Maybe I'm just meant to hold up endurance or cast it with Veil of Summer up. Okay, so opponent draws Bauble. We draw Wrenn and 6, which is a nice draw. Plays Mistress Bauble. Opponent could have another spell pierce, I suppose, but we've got the Veil of Summer this time. We'll go and get Spirers, I think. Opponent draws. Okay, Traverse is nice. Cast this Wrenn and 6. Just, yeah, tick up. We'll grab Misty back. Play the Misty, pass the turn. You do get the upper hand in this match up on the tilt factor of Murktide. Yeah, I know what you mean. Opponent missing so many lands. It's pretty brutal. 3 card types in the graveyard. I guess my opponent could have Mystical Dispute. So I'm probably just going to Endurance here. The opponent top decks a fetch land, they could play Murktide, which isn't the most scary. Let's go and grab basic island. Just really don't want to get got by Blood Moon or something. Okay. Consider, that's fine. Magus of the Moon, okay. And the opponent concedes. So pretty unlucky for the opponent. You know, they went through a lot of cards there looking for lands. But yeah, unfortunately they were not forthcoming. So we get the win. So we're on to 2-0. First match was against Living End. That, as I said earlier, will be that'll be up on YouTube at some point. It's quite a long match, so enjoy. It was against Living End. Yeah, good game, but good to move on to 2-0 here. But yeah, thanks for everyone tuning in. Can't actually see on this who's there, but yeah, thank you for tuning in. Sorry, it won't be a second. Okay, let's see what we're against now. Okay, 60 cards. in the opponent's deck. This hand is pretty good. One good thing to note is Abundant Growthing a fetch land and then fetching puts the Abundant Growth into the graveyard, so good for Delirium purposes. We're going to keep this. It's a little bit awkward against Ragavan or something again, but got turn 1, turn 2, potentially turn 3 plays. Could do the Mishra's Baubles trick as well to look at the top of our library and fetch it away if we don't like it. Windswept Heath. Windswept Heath deck into Hallowed Fountain. Giver of Runes is awkward. So if I see an Unholy Heat on the top of the deck, which we don't, do we want to draw another counter spell against what is probably Hammer Time? Don't think so. Let's go and get another Forest. Okay, Ice Fang's not a bad draw. No, we try. After saying we can shuffle it away, sadly we can't. Well, we tried, but actually used the wrong fetch land there. Should have used Wooded Foothills to go and get basic forest. Then we could have got basic island with this if we need to. Okay, double giver is very, very hard to beat. So because we can kind of just never kill anything now. I guess we just play basic island go. Hope to be able to counter their stuff. We've got an Ice Fang that can block. Try an iteration towards a Supreme Verdict. Okay, no attacks is interesting. I'll flash this in. I guess the opponent could go hammer now. Yeah, maybe we weren't meant to do that. Okay, so I want to find something. Oh, ending's good because we can actually just ending the hammer. So play a land. Are we ending the hammer or are we ending the Sigarda's Aid? I think it's the Sigarda's Aid, isn't it? Sorry, the hammer. Get Sacred Foundry. Yeah. Ending the hammer. And then we can hold up Counterspell. If the opponent goes for Blacksmith skill here, opponent's conceded from the game. So that's probably rather premature, I think. Opponent doesn't have anything going on. We can hold up Counterspell. Next time we can go iteration into Counterspell. Don't know. That seems quite premature, but we'll take it. So we want the Besaiju's. Obviously, anything that kills an artifact is good. Emrakul is probably a pipe dream in this matchup, although I've been keeping it in more. Dress Down is good for killing Urza Saga tokens. Nimble Obstructionist is randomly good for like countering Sigarda's Aid triggers. Heat is obviously amazing. Ice Fang is good. Endurance doesn't do too much. They do run counter spells sometimes. We could potentially consider Magus or Charmor. I think we'll just go with that. See how we get on. Yeah, still see Hammer Time doing the rounds in the leagues. People seem to have settled on the blue-white version. Have to be careful about the reality chip is really strong. Sometimes they run Urza. Yeah, I'm surprised the opponent conceded. I guess, well, because with Double Giver is really really good. I suppose they have to top deck quite a lot. They're just giving us infinite time for us to go Omnath. Omnath can gain 7 life, every turn cycle. So that can negate some of the damage done by Colossus Hammer. Hi, Guy. Don't know if the YouTube comments are delayed. Don't know if the Twitch ones are, to be fair. But nice to have you along. I really must get myself together and put some, you see streamers with all these fancy things that happen when people people comment and subscribe and stuff. But I really must get my act together and sort all that out. But I think that'll be a job for me for next week, maybe. Okay, a little bit delayed, but hopefully not too bad. Okay, so I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I've always gone for quite a simple approach, but yeah, I think just the sort of less simple things like the very simple things like a deck, a way to get the deck list and something that tells us what result we're on is probably a good idea. I've got plans to get a webcam as well. Finally, get my face out there. This hand is no. I think this is a trap. I think we can look for a second land. We might find it with Wrenn and 6. Sorry, we might find it for Wrenn and 6 with Mistress Bauble. We've got a draw. We've got a counterspell, but I think I want early removal. This hand, again, the lands are not kind to us here because we can get red white, I suppose. I think we keep. I think we'll keep because we've got this traverse. So if we need to, we can fetch Breeding Pool and then traverse. But I don't think we're running Stomping Ground. So hopefully we'll draw a land. But Prismatic Ending and Unholy Heat are kind of premier removal spells for this match. I guess we can just fetch Sacred Foundry and hope to draw a land. Yeah, the green. We might be running Temple Garden actually. Surely we're running Temple Garden. Let's have a quick look. We are running Sacred Foundry, Breeding Pool, Steam Vents. Okay, so no Temple Garden and no Stomping Ground. Yeah, Guy. It is a bit of a weird mana base. I don't know. I guess it kind of you play this deck in paper, do you? Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I've taken it straight from someone I saw on Twitter and on Reddit. Okay, we find a land, which is nice. So now we're just gonna. I've learned with Esper Sentinel, we just have to heat it on site, I think. So I'll go and grab Sacred Foundry. Yeah, the opponent's going to draw a card, but they're going to probably do that at some point. Yeah, very tight on lands this one, but we do get the traverses and the Mistress Baubles, and I have been quite liking it just because those 4 cards that aren't lands in this one, you just seem to be able to flood out less, maybe. Yeah, it can be pretty miserable to play on paper. I played. I'm just going to ending this. Played the deck in a tournament. When was it? A couple of weeks ago. And yeah, it was just I ended up with it was 8 rounds. I won. Really need a land now for Teferi. That's not great. That's a problem. Yeah, I won 8 rounds. I drew 3, won 4, lost 1, which was pretty miserable. Same as a 5-2 finish. Yeah, the draws, quite a lot of the time I was well ahead, but just couldn't win in time. The deck just takes so long. We're getting punished here for our 1 lander. Yeah, that really should have been Stomping Ground. Not sure what can save us now. Maybe I need to mulligan a little bit more. Like I have lost quite a few games by just not drawing lands. I think we need to go green land, play all of our stuff out, and then verdict. But yeah, not sure we're going to have enough time here. The opponent making some beefy constructs. So yeah, need a land. If we find a land, I think we have to again let our opponent draw with Sentinel. Yeah, for sure. Ending up in the drawback 7. And that's another point for this deck is you are in theory casting Emrakul quite early. So I'm hoping to avoid the draw bracket by just turboing out Emrakul to close the game. Whether that'll pay off or not, we'll wait and see. Pretty dead here especially if my opponent has another Pure Steel Paladin. Guess I don't know what we've got, but the answer is stone nothing. That's another hammer. Guess that just grows the constructs. So we're going to need to find a land. Into Fairy. Well, that is a land. Trouble is we need to fetch Shock, which will take us down to 7. Maybe I'm not meant to. Maybe I'm meant to just... I think I have to. I don't think we're winning any other way. I mean, we're not winning this game. Opponent could have Mystical Dispute or something here. Offering my opponent consistent early fetches taps. Not exactly sure what you mean there. Do you mean just saying, "Oh, I'm going to go and get Stomping Ground or whatever," and then doing it while they have their turn? Is that the kind of thing? Okay, so return a construct. Probably dead here. Maybe I shouldn't have kept the hand. Ornithopter, so we're taking 6. Dead to another artifact. Dead to Stoneforge Mystic. Dead to... Okay, dead to Blacksmith Skill. And Pure Steel Paladin. Okay, we've seen enough there. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean, guys. Yeah. I guess just be careful by not cutting the opponent's deck. You can always do it while you're doing other things. It just can be, yeah. You know, most people are good, but some people will take advantage. Okay, so being on the play, I think we'll just ship this back. Don't think we need to change too much. See how we get on. So yeah, I was probably meant to just fetch Breeding Pool there. Well, I think my opponent went turn 1 Sentinel. So if you go breeding pool and then traverse, they draw a card and then they end up drawing loads of cards. I really need to play around with the mana base on this. It is super, super tight. Maybe the triomes shouldn't be triomes. Maybe we should cut one of those. I'm thinking Prairie Stream should probably be Hallowed Fountain. It has saved me a lot of life against burn, Prairie Stream, and we do often fetch basics. Maybe Eternal Witness should be Endurance as well. It blocks a flyer is the only point. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to make that change. Don't think we want Magus. I think that's fine. Yeah, having a flash reach blocker is pretty good. So the opponent's probably on quite a few blacksmith skills. That's been toted as kind of a way to potentially beat this deck. You want the die roll, so yeah, we'll be on the play. Put Yorion. And I mean, if we had a land, no, again, just it's no lander. This is fine. We'll keep, and then we're going to bottom. Might just be counterspell here. Although holding up counterspell and Ice Fang turn 2 is probably pretty good. Do I need the traverse? Maybe it's just Omnath. Yeah, let's be an Omnath. Then we'll lead off on Ralgren Triome. And then we can hold up Ice Fang and yeah, we can hold up Ice Fang and counterspell turn 2. So this is Island Mountain Plains. So if we get okay, so in actual fact we'll do something a little bit different. Let's go grab breeding pool. I guess we could wait, but well, I think I just want to ending this. I think keeping my opponent's board clear is probably priority. And ending can just Sentinel can just get really, really awkward. Okay, so really want to land here. They get the hammer. Okay, so play a bauble. Traverse. We're not far from get an island. Play the island. See what my opponent's drawing. They're drawing the Sigarda's Aid. Okay, so we've got a counterspell. Okay, Springleaf Drum resolves. We are not going to let Sigarda's Aid resolve. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. Okay, so we'll counter the reality chip because it's just really good. How much is it to reconfigure? Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we have to counter that. Maybe that's incorrect. Renan 6 is, I think, okay. We've got a blocker for an Inkmoth Nexus. It's drawing just a land. They did miss a land last turn. So we could... I kind of want to hold up. I think we need to hit lands. We could hold up the Stifle, but I think we're going to play Renan 6 here. Okay, I think we need the lands. Oh, I don't think I can hold up Ice Fang here. I don't. Oh, that was wrong. That was very wrong. Oh, we could be dead here. Oh, I've just punted. I think I've just thrown away the game. Because if my opponent goes Animate Nexus, attack with the hammer, I can't actually fetch... Oh, that was lucky. Okay, so I don't think I can fetch untapped. Yeah, we can't. Okay. So that was pretty lucky there. My opponent could have killed us by just going Animate Nexus, play Sigarda's Aid, play Hammer, we die to Infect. Okay, opponent doing that, which is fine. No attacks, okay. So ending... What do we think about ending? I think what we're going to do is just play out this Ice Fang. It's a good blocker. And then tick up, get a Scalding Tarn. Play a Scalding Tarn pass. So we can't play the Obstructionist. Maybe I'm best to just play the Obstructionist. The opponent can go bounce Ice Fang. Okay. Sigarda's Aid. Okay, so they won't be expecting... Hopefully they've only got one hammer. Let's grab a mountain. Yeah, we have to hope they've only got one hammer here. No one expects the Stifle Bird. There's always a brief pause here while the opponent reads this card. If the opponent has another hammer, worth noting, we are just dead. Hopefully they do not. We get to draw a card as well, which is nice. Teferi is a good addition to my opponent's deck here. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I I like Nimble Obstructionist. You can do it through Teferi as well. And next turn, we can potentially live by going Ice Fang. Opponent's saying, is that for Emrakul's? Saying it's been weirdly good for me. Okay, we draw Unholy Heat, which is actually pretty good because we can heat the Teferi. Actually, we probably just ending the Teferi, assuming the opponent hasn't got another hammer, which they might do. But that's I do love a good. I've always quite liked Nimble Obstructionist. Like, we drew a card as well, and we countered the lethal hammer through a... Please don't have another one. I don't want to lose like that. Okay, Giver of Runes. Well, yeah. The opponent... no, they're out of mana. Okay, attacking Ren and 6. Okay, we draw Teferi. Can we somehow come back into this game? So if we go... We can go... ending the Teferi... We have to kill this, though. So we go... Opponent's got one card in hand. We don't know what it is. So we could go ending this, kill this with heat. And yeah, I think that's fine. We have to get rid of the giver anyway. Heat that's a fairy. Tick up. Get back a Tarn. We're going to want to give this Death Touch. So I guess we do this. I might just do it sorcery speed. Because if we draw something else, like a Traverse or something, maybe that's bad. Okay. So, yeah, if we can untap... Oh, sorry, Guy, I missed your one there. Fairy Bounce, Hammer, Kappa. Not really sure what Kappa means. Not sure about... Yeah, it's Fairy Bounce, Hammer. Trouble is that they've got Sigarda's Aid, so that's a bit, I don't know, kind of a bit worrying that they can then re-equip it. They haven't got another equipper at the moment. Don't know if I'm misinterpreting. But yeah, excited that Nimble Obstructionist got his his day in the sun. Maybe we want more Nimble Obstruction. Probably don't want more Nimble Obstruction. Someone's going to have to talk me out of playing more Nimble Obstructionists. Got 3 in my folder, I think. Okay, opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Ah, I see. Yeah, I thought it might be a joke there. Okay, so one of the cards was a land. So actually, we're weirdly coming back into this game. Ephemerate's pretty good as well. Let's go tick up, get back a land. Do this. I guess we'll go to fairy. We can now bounce something. We could bounce Ice Fang. Don't think we want to do that. Might just bounce the Aid. Yeah. Opponents actually conceded from the game. Okay, so we do get there with a little bit of help from our good friend Nimble Obstructionist. Oh, that's some of the best fun I've had playing Magic for a while. So we move on to 3-0. Deck's feeling, yeah, okay. Hopefully manage the coveted stream 5-0. Saying that, probably slumped to a 3-2 now. Yeah, don't know if anyone else has got any PPTQs or any of those lined up. There's the new replacement for the Pro Tour. There's qualifiers going on here in the UK. They're run by someone called Legacy, which is a bit of an awkward name given that all of the tournaments are modern and pioneer. But yeah. Am I going to keep the one lander again? It's got some good stuff in. We've got a lot of looks at lands. I think, yeah, we're going for it. If we bauble ourselves and see a land, we'll probably not cast the Abundant Growth. Unholy Heat. Okay, so we don't want that. I mean, we kind of do, but... So we'll go and get Breeding Pool. Oh, cool. Learning it for PPTQs. How many have you got? Quite a few in the Midwest? Uh-oh. Please show me a land. Are we going to have this again, are we? So now we really need a land. We do hit one, but I think we're going to have to go Solitude here. I just don't think we can let this live. Yeah, Ledger Shredder has made this matchup a lot harder. Like, it was pretty good. Opponent might be dashing a Ragavan here. Okay, they've got another Shredder. So we're going to go... We can't actually go Ren and 6 here. It's a bit awkward. So we'll go Prismatic Ending, I think. Could go Fury. Could go Ice Fang to draw. I'm just going to get it out of there. Oh, cool. Yeah, 3 hours is sort of what I'm doing at the weekend. Although I can cut it down to about an hour. Oh, exile the land. Cut it down to about an hour because I'm going to stay with my parents, and then I can go from there. But obviously, things are a lot more condensed in this in the UK. Okay, still no land. I think we're just going to pass the turn here. Are they all modern out in the States? I've got modern one on Sunday, and then I think a couple of pioneer ones for that. I'm going to be playing some pioneer format that I do like. Yeah, I do like pioneer. Okay, we do draw a land, which is good. So we can cast Ren and 6 potentially here. Mistress Bauble. Probably just cycling Dress down here. Okay, we find a land. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. Maybe we're meant to just, well, opponent's definitely got some sort of counter magic. Let's play this pass. Yeah, fair enough to focus on modern if that's what you're. Modern's definitely my speciality, but have to be a bit more. Can't be as selective, I guess, just because there's not as many where we are. Okay, yeah, thanks a lot. Do check out the VOD. It will be on YouTube. So yeah, hope it works okay, and yeah, have a good rest of the day. I'll catch you another time. Going to dress down here. So Murktide doesn't come in with the counters. I guess the opponent might counter this. I mean, we're happy with that. Okay, if this is a shock, that means my opponent has counter spell. So we find ending. I think we have to go for witness here. Okay, so get the Solitude back. A bit surprised that resolved, I guess. Okay, opponent doesn't have the counter spell. Wow, capping out at 16 people for a PPTQ is is not a big attendance, but yeah, I don't know how many we'll get over here. Pioneer is less popular, but still, I think it's getting more popular, especially with the focus on it for the Pro Tour. Okay, Lightning Bolt. We're probably getting Lightning Bolt and then Dash Ragavan. Could be another Murktide, of course. Okay, go to 11. Well, that's an Emrakul, the Promised End, so hopefully the opponent can't cast that. So we'll go and get Railgun Triome here. Okay, we hit a land, so maybe we just want to go for Renin 6. Yeah, I think so. Tick up. We'll go and get a basic land, I think. I think we're going to try and flash in Obstructionist here to... That's pretty good. I'm finding one of those. If the opponent finds another Ragavan, okay. So you're going to try and block here. Assuming this Ragavan's attacking me. Yeah, we'll cast here. Have we got the pause while the opponent reads the card? Okay, so no removal in my opponent's hand either. Either that or they just don't care. I suppose they've got another Ragavan. Okay, Traverse is good. Try and get Omnath. We haven't got access to Emrakul anymore. We could get Endurance, actually. Actually, yeah, that's probably the get here. Just flash in Endurance in my opponent's upkeep. That's obviously contingent on this resolving. Does not resolve. So I think we'll just cycle now. Get the cycle land back. Don't think we're fetching now because it reduces the clock. So hopefully the opponent doesn't hit anything too big. They hit to Fairy. It's pretty good. Looking like a Murktide. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They go to 5. So we're really hoping my opponent doesn't have counter spells here. If they've got a counter spell, we probably lose. Could be counterspell or Archmages. They don't, so we get to kill the Teferi here. Do we? I think I do kill it. I think it's just worth doing. Opponent fails to find a plains or island. So that implies that they put a snow-covered island in their hand. They're probably only running 3 steam vents. The opponent finds Iteration, which is pretty good. Lightning Bolt, sure. So really need something good here. Just dying to this dashed Ragavan, although this looks like it's going to be a Murktide Regent. It's obviously lethal in 1 hit. So we need... looks like the opponent has found a counter spell. Traverse, I guess, is a bit interesting. If my opponent counters, if my opponent has a counter spell, we've lost the game. So we could go and get Ice Fang. And then we can ephemerate the Ice Fang. Actually, I don't hate that. Although we haven't actually got... We haven't activated Bren yet. Okay, so we will have Death Touch. So we'll get... So this can fetch Island. And then we need a forest. So get Wooded Foothills. Play Wooded Foothills. I mean, yeah, if my opponent has counterspell, I suppose we should cast it in my opponent's upkeep so that they can't find exactly counterspell or... Yeah, so they can't find exactly counterspell or Archmage's Charm. Okay. Didn't matter. Okay, that's a nice counterspell. Might have to get me some of those. Like, I quite like that art. Is that available in... I don't really do foils, but I do quite like... different art. Okay, so same as before. Emrakul out. What else did we take out before? Ephemerate was pretty bad there. 3 more cuts. Ice Fang's great. Renaissance is great. Dress Down isn't great. Maybe Witness is slow. Did we shave a counterspell last time? Maybe. And ending, yeah, ending's fine. Solitude's good. We want all these. Oh, Nimble Obstruction is no good. Okay, go with that. See if I can go on YouTube and see how many people we've got watching. Hello to those watching on YouTube and Twitch. Nice to have you along. Do consider subscribing to the channel on either one. Right, so we would certainly like to play first. Yeah, that sounds good. So endurance is among the best things you can be doing against them. So we're going to want to fetch green with this, but also white and red. Green, white, red. I think that's... What's the new triome we've got? Not sure. Not sure. It's the Spara's headquarters. Isn't it? So that's green, white, and blue. Okay, so let's do this. Pass. Because yeah, we need double green for endurance. Red, obviously, for these. So actually, we haven't got a decent land here. We could... So the opponent does. Do they play their Delta first? They did, so they don't. Okay, so what can we get? We haven't got white. We do need white, but we also need forest. What's more? I think we're just going to get Rowling Triumph and I hope to draw another land. We have got all of our colors. Yeah. And getting white for ending is quite big. Okay, we instantly find another land, which is nice. So we'll play that. Wonder if we're meant to fetch basics here. Definitely possible that we're meant to. Okay, opponent playing draw go. Are we going to fetch a basic forest? I feel like we probably are. Just seems an easy way to get cheesed out by Blood Moon. Okay, we find Teferi. Not going to play that. I think end of my opponent's next turn, we'll just go for endurance. Opponent finds red mana. So early endurance is tends to be pretty good. And it might counter. Opponent gets rid of Spell Pierce. Put my opponent's graveyard back in. Verdict's a nice kind of safety valve, I guess. Island. We could put Yori onto hand now. Pass the turn, holding up Unholy Heat. Another copy of Consider. So we've got a couple of answers to Murktide in hand. Could do with drawing another land, I suppose. Yeah, more land is good. Hopefully this isn't like a Jace. It is Jace. Heat the Jace. And then we can play Teferi. See what the opponent's drawing. They're drawing Murktide Regent, so actually going to change tack here. Maybe we should have slammed the Teferi plus. Maybe that was better. Teferi plus. This does clock my opponent though. Let's try and beat them down with this now. Go into Teeth, pass the turn. And hardcast Solitude. Oh, there's a dress down. That's fine. Notably stays around. So they can't dash a Ragavan this turn. I'm gonna fetch here. Yeah, it's got Sparras. More lands. Sorry, more colors. Iterations I could draw. So you start out by hitting our opponent for 3. Probably go iteration here. Red, blue. Wouldn't be too surprised to see this countered, I guess. Do I go for a Teferi as well? Probably. So we have to get Sacred Foundry. Yeah, we can probably go for Teferi here. Okay. Yeah, burning through the counter spells. Obviously, it's a bit, well, maybe I wasn't meant to do that because now the opponent's got Murktide Regent. And Ledger Shredder. That goes to 5. Hopefully you cast a load of stuff here. So Murktide is only a 4/4. So we don't actually have to. We could just Solitude it here. Go Solitude. Or we could. This isn't the easiest. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Tempted to just Verdict. We could go Solitude, pitch Verdict. We could go Solitude. We could go ending here, Solitude, pitch Verdict. Attacking for 3, put my opponent to 2. I wonder if the opponent has another. Really not sure what to do here. We don't have a clock. I'm tempted just to go Solitude. Oh, I guess it doesn't put my opponent to 2. Maybe it's just Verdict. Take my 2 for 1 and move on. We could attack first, I guess. We could play Yorion. I could just play Solitude, get rid of the Shredder. Or we could just play Solitude, get rid of the Murktide. Hate Murktide so much, Glorified Potato. Yeah, it's very popular at the moment. I played it. I didn't get on as well. Wondering what to do. Verdict is okay, but then if the opponent has another Shredder, so if I Verdict, then we've got a follow-up threat. If I Solitude, my opponent gets. I kind of wanted Solitude just kill the Ledger Shredder. And then we could cast Yorion next turn. How bad is that? Yeah, okay, let's go with that. And we can cast this as well. Okay, consider on the top of my opponent's deck. If we find Unholy Heat off the top, sadly not. I just got Consider. So I suppose they could consider make Murktide big. Do we go for Yorion is the question. I think so. I think it has to be. Don't know, maybe this is throwing Yorion away too cheap. If the opponent doesn't have anything, what did they do with Consider? They put a Murktide into the bin. Okay, they do counter there. We'll play this. Don't think we're attacking. No. Trying to figure out if it's worth it to build a Kira Elementals deck. Yes, it is on my sorry, Glorified Potato. It is on my list of things to try that list. Oh, opponent drawing 2 there. That's pretty good. Never actually played the Kahira version. Okay, opponent puts 1 on top with their Consider, which is a bit scary. Still not doing anything. Yeah, maybe I was wrong with my plays there, but not sure. Growth, fairly good. Another copy of Endurance. So Endurance doesn't 3, 4. So Endurance not actually that good here. Because it lets my opponent, if I Endurance my opponent, the cards leaving their graveyard make this Murktide rather large. And besides, we we kind of want my opponents to play another Murktide, I suppose. We could just play another Endurance and attack. I actually don't mind that. Subtlety. Okay, so we'll put that on the bottom. To Fairy. That's a good draw. See if this goes through, I guess. I'm not too hopeful that it will. Okay, Unholy Heat. Double Heat? Okay, opponent didn't realize they didn't have Delirium, so yeah. I think we were ahead in that game. I like the care. So reading Jurgle. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Ends in pop. I like the Kahira deck, but Yorion Elemental. This gives you a lot of game in late turns. Risen Reef is king. It's just exile. Oh, is it? Never an instant. It leaves your graveyard, if that's what you're talking about for Murktide. Instant or sorcery card leaves your graveyard. So Endurance would grow this to be freakishly large. Yeah, Risen Reef is very, very powerful. I just haven't had a chance to try out the Kahira list. Okay, so Emrakul would actually have not been too bad there. It's just whether we want to do anything with it. What would we cut for it, I suppose? I guess it does just win the game. Maybe we cut something. But what are we cutting for this Emrakul, really? The only thing I can see cutting is a counter spell. Yeah, okay. We didn't come here to not cast Emrakul, the Promised End. Yeah, Yorion's it is very, very expensive. If you've been playing a while, you might have the kind of fetch lands. If you've got all of the fetch lands, it does make it easier. But no, agree. Decks are getting way too expensive. Hopefully, the Ren 6 reprint in the new, what's it called? Double Masters, Double XM, whatever. Hopefully that will bring the price of Ren 6s down a tad. But then we've seen it before. That just drives up the price of the other parts of the deck. So this hand is okay, but we are in trouble to turn one Ragavan. Ooh, especially since this Sacred Foundry can't actually cast this Ice Fang, which is a bit rough. Notice that. Opponent looking at themselves. They've probably got both a fetch land and a normal land, a non-fetch land. Hoping to dodge the turn one Ragavan. Oh yeah, Cavern being reprinted. I forgot about that one as well. Yeah, that's a good shout. Please not Ragavan. Please not Ragavan. Oh no. Okay, so we need to top deck Ending or Heat, really. That is neither. Yeah, that's really not good. I guess we just have to go and get a Triome. Pass the turn. Obviously, we'll be sad if we now draw Heat. So they get, okay, nothing good. Solitude's not bad. I think we'll just go Boseiju Go. I think my opponent would have, if my opponent was going to Blood Moon us, they probably would have done it. Yeah, I think we'll just do that and say go. I guess maybe we want to counter something this turn. Maybe we're meant, I don't know, maybe we're meant to mulligan with this to a kill spell for turn 1 Ragavan. It is how we lose quite a lot of games. We're nearly there for Delirium, though. I would imagine this is going to resolve, and then my opponent will draw a card. My opponent will heat it. Maybe it's just dressed down. Well, that's aggressive. Countering Ice Fang Coatl. That implies my opponent doesn't have too much, I guess. Well, maybe they've got another counter spell now. We really need. So you could go Traverse, Traverse. Okay, that pause probably means. Ooh, Spell Pierce. Okay, that actually worked out fine. So then we'll go land. So we could hold up Counterspell here, or we could go Traverse for something good. I think I'd like to hold up Counterspell. My opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Then next turn we can potentially go Traverse for. Yeah, Potato. I think there's going to be there's definitely a reprint of Rend. I'd forgotten. I'm not sure about Cavern, but I think so. It's 13. Opponent hits Endurance. That's actually pretty good against us. We will counter an Endurance here because we want to traverse next turn. Used up a lot of my opponent's treasures. Do we counter that? Opponent goes Endurance. We counter the Endurance. Untap Traverse. Sure, I think we'll let them have that. It's not ideal, but yeah, we need my opponent to not Endurance us here, really. They could have Spell Pierce. So go grab Breeding Pool. We'll counterspell this. Given that we've got this Traverse in hand, hope the opponent does have another Spell Pierce. Find another land. Let's Traverse. I guess we could actually get our own Endurance here. Yeah, that's the play. Play the land and then Endurance. I guess the opponent could have Heat. They do have it. So we really need to kill this Ragavan. And we need them to not hit anything good. Oh, they hit Teferi again. Always with the Teferi. So brutal. I think we just have to shock this in and go for. Oh, the opponent's got another counterspell. Yeah. This is how we lose this game. Just turn 1 protected Ragavan that we can't kill, and then a couple of good hits with it, and we're just dead. We really need some help now. Emrakul doesn't do it. I don't think. I've got a Jace as well. A bit surprised they don't Fate Seal us here. I guess they don't know we've got nothing in hand. They're looking for another counter spell, I suppose. So Fury's really good here. Nope. Iteration. Okay, so we can actually kill both things here. So we'll go, oh, there's that. Okay, so we go hand, bottom, exile, do this. Heat the Jace. Okay, opponent counterspells that, so they probably got Ragavan in hand to dash. Yeah. See what they hit. Nothing of interest. Yeah, this is a classic example of how we lose this game, this matchup. Sorry, so I don't know if we're meant to be mulliganing to something else. We are just dead here. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't know if we should be mulliganing to better interaction. But yeah, that's oh, thought I'd conceded. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, we do slump to 3-1. Probably going to be the last match of the stream here. We'll finish off the league. Then it'll be time for me to go and get some food. But hope everyone's enjoyed, and we've probably still, given this deck, probably still got another half an hour, 50 minutes to play, depending on what opponent we come up against. But yeah, please, thanks everyone for watching, and everyone watching on YouTube on the VOD. Might try and stream a little bit tomorrow, actually. If anyone's... So tomorrow here will be the... What's that? 31st? No, that'll be the 1st of July. Probably start up around the same-ish time, 5 p.m. UK. Probably do a couple of hours again, maybe the latter half of the league. Hour and a half or so. So yeah, if you see the little notification, if you subscribe on YouTube or Twitch, do come and hang out. Always good to get people's opinions on plays and chat to people. Hopefully close out this as a 4-1. Okay, so this on the play, I'd probably keep this, but I don't think we want 5 lands. I think we have to mulligan again. This is average. It's not great. I think we'll bottom this, and yeah, we're not ready for Omnath yet. Not good mulling to 5 here, though. Okay, so we're against control by the look of it. Yeah, okay, so just play a land and pass. Run and 6, obviously a very nice draw. consider. So this we saw consider going out of fashion for a while in favor of opt. Oh, okay, that's new. Let's go and get Ralgan Triome, but we don't want to get basic forest. Let's get Ralgan Triome breeding pool. Okay, so JVP is interesting. We could consider holding up counterspell. We could consider dress down. None of those are really great. We need to hit our lands here. So looking like blue-black control could be another color, splashing for red for Grixis or... Okay, Bauble. So this kind of reeks of some sort of counter magic. Traverse. How close are we to traversing? Not too far. I guess I think we'll keep the traverse. In these games, it's quite good to be able to go and get Emrakul. You may need okay, lightning bolt. So it is Grixis. Okay, so I think that's fine. I guess I'd be in trouble if there are 5 or more cards. So if they go fetch and loot. Okay, so it's not a fetch. I think we'll just do it end of turn. We haven't got any creatures to play. Although, maybe we should have done it in main phase. So are going to want something to kill that. Okay, so we'll untap and see if we can... We're going to have to do something about Jace. I think we have to... If we go... I guess we could go to Fairy... Let's iteration, I think. Cryptic, counter draw. Okay. So I think now we'll go 3 card types in the graveyard. We could just go Solitude. Okay, yeah, so I think it's just Solitude, hold up. Oh, we haven't... Okay, so we need to wait on Solitude. That was close. So we'll go tick up, get back a Windswept Heath, play this, fetch an island, and then we have to wait until end of turn when Dress Down goes away to then Solitude. We do have to get rid of Fairy, which is a bit rough. We've got this Ren and 6 active. We couldn't, we couldn't let the opponent just have a Planeswalker next turn and loot. Cryptic Command, though, not something, not a card you see too often these days. I'll counter an iteration here. I think. Some sort of big play. Yeah, well, we definitely counter that one. Okay, so do we just go and get Emrakul here? Maybe. well, alliteration, because if we find another counterspell, we can just... Okay, so we'll go hand, bottom, exile. We haven't got anything to do with that. Go get... I think we just get basic forest. And then I'm going to cast this. The opponent might be on... I don't know. You know, they could be on Unholy Heat. But we're threatening the Ren Ultimate next turn, which is always a good thing to be threatening. The opponent probably has to throw a Lightning Bolt at the Ren. They drew a card with Consider. Sure, they can't afford to pass the turn here. Colligan's Command. Okay, so we'll just discard Windswept Teeth. But now we get to go Omnath. We should attack first. Pick this up. Play out our Omnath. Not supposing our opponent has a Mystical Dispute in the main. They could have a... Yeah, they're going to have Fatal Push here. But we'll take our 2 for 1. Ice Fang. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We will actually have enough mana to Emrakul next turn. Yeah, again, we came here to cast Emrakul, the Promised End. We're presenting threats on a multitude of... Well, maybe that was wrong, because our opponent's now going to kill the Ren with this. 6 mana. Yeah, we probably should have just... Well, we shouldn't have attacked. Is it 6? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they haven't actually got enough lands unless they have another one. They could have Thoughtseize, I suppose. This is a Delve? Has a go. Okay, so yeah, the endurance was good there. Okay, so I actually don't know that I want to cast now. So, because if our opponent just counters, then they can attack and we lose our endurance. I think I'd rather, weird as it is, I think I'd rather just cast a couple of Ice Fangs. Cast the first one. Don't know. Maybe this is incorrect. I could definitely see it being incorrect. Okay, opponent counters. So we'll just go land. Make sure we hold up. Got 2 cards in hand. Okay, they drown in the lock. Maybe I was meant to just cast Emrakul. I couldn't have drowned that. Be attacking Ren here. Go Ice Fang. Okay, well, it resolves. And that's Bolt. Do I want a Solitude here? Weirdly, I think so. Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, okay. Snap counter spell. Okay. Well, I mean, it's fine because now we get an Emrakul, right? So Ren eats the Snapcaster Mage. Cast this Emrakul. Play a land. Pass the turn. See what they draw. They draw another Hall of Storm Giants. So I'm not going to play that. 1, 2. Mill 2 cards, then return. Oh, so we get to choose this one. So we could return Bolt to hand. We could return Snapcaster. We could return K Command. We could return Drown. Drown this. There's no point. Don't think we want to do anything, actually. Or we could just return Bolt, I suppose. Bolt my opponent. But this 13/13 should take care of that. Yeah, just pass the turn. If this 13/13 gets there, opponent considers. Puts the Steam Vents into the grave. It's got protection from instant, so yeah. Emrakul just gets there. We're pretty set up, I guess, to face these kind of decks. Grixis Control, sweet deck, not one I've seen for a little while. So we're going to want the Endurances. We're going to want the Veil of Summers. Ephemerate's not good against this kind of stuff. Obstructionist, probably not. Could consider Magus, but I don't think we want Magus against these kind of value piles. Supreme Verdict, probably a no. Dress Down can deal with counter. We can deal with Snappy, but so can Endurance. One more cut, potentially. Fury's not that great. I guess they are running Jace. Like a lot of Jace as well. Oh, we saw Jace Vryn's Prodigy as well. What's the final cut? Fury, Endic, no. Maybe it's a Solitude. Yeah, it's probably a Solitude. We don't care as much about Taziga's, I guess, four power. But yeah. Let's see how we get on. A win here would give us the 4-1. No, we're gonna mulligan this one. Only one land. If we draw a second, it's not even that good actually. That's obviously unkeepable 6. Last game we mulled to 5, I think. I mean, the top deck Ren and 6 was obviously pretty clutch. Opponent's mulliganed as well. We're going to be down to 5. Okay, this is, I mean, it's better. We're going to get rid of, I think, Traverse is probably good enough. We'll get rid of 1 heat and 1 land. And we'll get rid of the Tarn. Okay, so yeah, we're not too disappointed with this 5. Opponent plays Creeping Tar Pit, passes. Okay, so that's quite a good draw as well. Let's lead on Windswept Heath, go. Please, thought sees me. We're going to get a Triome here. I think just... Oh, come on. Sure. Got Shadow of Doubted. Guess Breeding Pool. Guess we should probably get our searching done while we can. Just go and grab. Does it really matter? Guess if we want to play... I'm not thinking the opponent's going to Blood Moon us, but let's get that. Ugh, that's pretty rough, but I guess we've been nimble obstructionisting people, so I think we'll do that. This. I think we can leave up Veil of Summer here. Yeah, I was not expecting the the Shadow of Doubt. I always liked playing a Shadow of Doubt in back in the day. Haven't seen it for a good minute. Definitely a gotcha card. Douthie Voidwalker. Okay, so that one can be Unholy Heated. Okay, so we're not going to go for not going to go for the iteration here, because next turn we could do it with Veil of Summer backup. I guess Shadow of Doubt has some use. You know, it's quite good there to essentially wasteland, draw a card someone. If they're running fetch lands, good versus Titan. Yeah, randomly just quite good, I suppose. Yeah, we don't actually want to Veil of Summer here. I say we'll Veil, but okay, Traverse. Let's go. Oh, we could just go Ending. Yeah, let's go Ending. Then we can Veil of Summer. So this one will go into the graveyard. Okay, so still need an instant in the graveyard. Play this, pass the turn. Yeah, I don't really want Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Don't really want our opponent to exile Expressive Iteration with Douthie Voidwalker. So next turn we can go Iteration, hold up Veil of Summer. Opponent's creature lands are pretty scary here. Okay. 2. Horror Storm down is so large. It's Tazaga. Looks like it. Could be Gurmag Angler, but it seems like the type of list that's going to run Tazaga over the big fish. Okay, so we're going to get a Triome now. Untap and cast Iteration. Teferi is pretty nice. Oh, Teferi holding up that is actually pretty nice. Yeah, it's got to be that for the value. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have more than one counter spell. We've only got 3 cards in hand. Okay, just resolves. So that's a bit surprising. Bounce Tazaga. Draw a card. Otawara? Oh, right. Okay, yes, sure. Well, there's some pretty good ones. You can have Dalthy Voidwalker back. Okay, we find counter spell. I think we're going to have to traverse here. Just for maybe just basic forest. Play the forest. Pass the turn. I'm gonna kill the fairy. I've got a lot of cards in hand. I think I'm going to cycle Veil of Summer here. This isn't looking great. Not going to lie. Please Thoughtseize me. So it could be Tazaga again. Probably rather that than Dalthy. Okay, opponent not really doing much. Okay, traverse. So we've got 3 card types. Let's go iteration. Blue, red. Obviously, we use our Veil of Summer here. Cryptic. Exile all spells. Okay. Well, we'll counter that one as well. They're not good hits. So 4 card types in hand. So we'll go. Opponent's got 4 cards though. I think we want to fairy, so we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play a land, fetch, traverse while we can. What do we want? It could be Omnath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So quite a way away from. I think it's just Omnath. Yeah, the trouble is we're quite far away from Emrakul. We need a couple more types, really. And attacking. We'll probably lead on to fairy here. Missing that land. If we had another land, that would be huge. 5 cards in the opponent's hand. Obviously, that counter war last turn was really good for us. There's the Voidwalker. Okay, so 1, 2. This isn't great. The opponent must have a counter spell here. One of them in their hand is Teferi, is Omnath. I think we're just going to cast the Teferi. I don't think we can cast. Well, maybe we're meant to just cast Omnath, hope for a land. Opponents use quite a lot of counter spells. Okay, opponent is bolting us. It's pretty good. Okay, double bolt is pretty good, actually. Let's go return this. Play this. See what my opponent's drawing. Archmage's Charm. Okay, so we're going to want to... Ooh, do we have to fetch shock here? Oh, I bet we do. Oh, we do. Go to 1. But then our opponent can kill us with that. That's so bad. Yeah, okay, we win. We lose, sorry. Opponent giving us the GGs. Creeping Tarpet can't be blocked. Okay, so yeah, that is GG's. Okay, so we got there. Don't really know why. That Shadow of Doubt was pretty brutal. Opponent having double bolt in hand, because we started that turn at like 10 life. Okay, okay, so I guess we go Omnath, my opponent double bolts, but then my opponent just casts the Omnath, so maybe we want the Besejus here, or Obsidian Charmor. Witness is a bit clunky. The counter spells are a little bit clunky. Maybe we just go take out counter spell, put in Flusterstorm. I guess Dress Down is okay. I guess counterspell's good against Jace, though. Is Fury that good? Let's do that. Okay, so this will be the last match of the stream, but we'll be hopefully back for a little bit, sort of similar time tomorrow. You won the die roll, so yes. Okay, see what we do. Gross. Okay, so we have to mulligan again. Oh, come on. So bad. How is this this not hitting any lands? Really need a land. Okay, this is okay. It's not amazing, but we'll keep it. So we'll get rid of 1, I think 2. Wonder if I'm meant to traverse on 1. Probably am. So we go and get Breeding Pool and then Steam Vet. No, Breeding Pool and then Sacred Foundry. Although this is likely to hit us a land. Yeah, don't think we want to use our traverse yet. I guess we do want to get our fetching done before our opponent can Shadow of Doubt us. So we're going to get Breeding Pool with the next one. So yeah, let's go and get Ralgren Triome. Okay, could get Basic Forest now. Maybe we should have brought in Magus is what we should have done. Yeah. No, we can't get Basic Forest. Go get Breeding Pool. Can't get Basic Forest there because of wanting to cast Expressive Iteration next turn. Yeah, should have brought in Magus here. That would have been a good bring-in against all of the creature lands in my opponent's deck. Drew a card with their Consider. Okay, so we get the Flashing Ice Fang here. Start the clock. Okay, Bauble. go for iteration. Okay, so we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play the land. I guess pass the turn. I might have that. Okay, so I'm going to fetch now. I guess we should probably just see what we got on top first. Okay, we don't want that. Xander's Lounge, Island Swamp Mountain. So the Grixis Triumph. We draw another land anyway, which is pretty rough. We've got 3 card types in our graveyard. So opponent representing Archmage's Charm. Not too bad. I guess we should probably growth first. Oh, should have growth to fetch land there. That was dumb. Because then we could have got Delirium. Okay, that's odd. Oh, this is pretty rough. So what do we want? I think we'll go hand, bottom, exile. Play Sacred Foundry tapped, pass the turn. Yeah, so should have growth to fetch land there. I guess we wanted to play. Maybe we should have got endurance there. Don't know. Our master's so good, obviously. Yeah, that would have had added benefit as well, because then if my opponent goes Jace this turn, we get to go Omnath, kill it. Dalthy Voidwalker will be prismatic ended. So we can go prismatic ending then to fairy. Okay, opponent counterspelling. So that means we go land, fetch a basic forest or island. I think forest here. We'll return Voidwalker, pass the turn. This Ice Fang definitely on blocking duty now. Can't imagine that Teferi lives. You know, there's going to be something here. Could be Jace. It is Jace. Okay, Brainstorm is fine. I think we'll have to traverse here. Did we keep Fury in? We did not. Okay. Yeah, should always keep Fury in. Oh, Unholy Heat is obviously an amazing draw. Let's do this. Island Plains. Okay, so that's a good hit. So we'll go land, gain some life. So let's go and get an island. So it can hold up counterspell, heat the Jace. And then do we add Yorion? No, I think I'm just going to traverse while we can. Get Emrakul. Pass the turn. So yeah, this would be a turn 7 Emrakul potentially. That's what we like. Also holding up counterspell. And because of Omnath's mana, we would be able to hold up Counterspell to protect our Emrakul as well, obviously if Omnath is still around. The question is, will we counter something like a Nihil Spellbomb? Probably not. Maybe though. I guess they could have the exile all abilities stuff. Summary dismissal. It's 4 mana though. I think we got to go for it here. We could just go Yorion to hand, but we could do that next turn, I suppose. Could be just, what's it called here? Shadow of Doubt, I suppose. What if we counter that and just play Emrakul? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, let's counter. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we can't even cast Emrakul now. Got 6, 10. Yeah, we can cast Emrakul. It's probably Emrakul. Like I say, I didn't come here to not cast Emrakul. Just hope they don't have the 4 mana thing. Ugh, yuck. That's gross. I've seen quite a lot of that, weirdly. Maybe we were meant to just let that resolve. Yorion. Yeah, maybe I didn't play that quite right. If the opponent hasn't got another counter spell, well, they got something. Maybe another one. Cryptic Command. That's gross. Let's do this. Actually, we probably don't care about Snapcaster Mage. Might lose this game. My opponent 4. Yeah, I probably played that incorrectly. I mean, it kind of allowed my opponent to leverage a lot of their kind of, like sort of clunky spells. Okay, Traverse is obviously very good. If the opponent has to tap mana to counter this, then they can't activate Hall potentially. As long as hopefully it's not Shadow of Doubt. Snap Shadow of Doubt, really? Okay. I guess I draw a card here. So we'll do this now. We're not running Lightning Bolt, unfortunately. Without the opponent having Lightning Bolt, because then they could block. Okay, I think we're definitely behind here. We can't attack really now. The Seiju's a nice draw though. Oh, actually, yeah, we can attack, and then in response to my opponent activating. Yeah, that's pretty nice actually. Okay. Oh no, that's fine. I was going to say Ward gets us, but hopefully that's enough. Can't be countered. Hopefully that gets us there. Where's the 3 life? I'm assuming that gets there. Yeah, okay. So a bit lucky there, yeah. But yeah, and I don't think I played necessarily that great. I think we should have just kind of waited. We were probably ahead, and then we were always threatening the Emrakul. But yeah, we get there. We take down the 4 and 1. What would we change? So I think Obsidian Charmor, I think I'm going to keep this in for the PPTQ, but interested in getting rid of it for online. I think just there's not as much Tron as there used to be. We got Magus Lamoon anyway. I think the rest of it was actually pretty good. Ephemerate didn't come up much, but we are only wearing 1 copy. Now I could see cutting Ephemerate. We're not running as many creatures. I guess with Eternal Witness it gets a lot better. I'd change up the lands. Probably Prairie Stream becomes Hallowed Fountain. But yeah, really happy with it. Thanks for everyone watching on stream. Thanks for everyone watching on YouTube. And yeah, see you again soon. Probably as I say, be on tomorrow. So yeah, see you again soon.